One of the questions I get asked most often is, how do you do it? Where do you get the time? And this is what they mean. I'm a mom. I have 4 kids and the eldest is 6. And then I am a YouTuber. So this is my business. I have a full-time job and we are homeschoolers. And of course, I'm very involved in the running of a home. I love to work at home. I love to cook, to clean, to do all that. So people ask me a lot, where do you find the time? How do you do it? How do you juggle it all? And my main answer comes down to time management. Yes. And today in this video, I want to give you just 14 tips that I have found really help me to make the most out of my day and get so much work done in any given day. And if this is the kind of content that you like, not content that you like, remember to hit the subscribe button. And now let's manage our time. Here's the thing, we all get 24 hours in a day. All of us, those guys who are doing amazing things and us who are here struggling and trying to do amazing things. We all get 24 hours. And tip number 1 is wake up early. Yes, it might seem like a no-brainer to you, but it is not so obvious. And it's not that easy. I completely understand. We get tired and, but you can get so much work done by the way if you just wake up early. If you can, I know it's hard if you've been waking up like at 8 and all of a sudden now you want to start waking up at 5. It is very hard. Our bodies and our systems are wired differently. But what I would recommend is try setting your alarm clock just 15 minutes earlier. And then once you're used to waking up 15 minutes earlier, take it to 30 minutes earlier. Just take it in like chunks and blocks of 15 minutes. And this will really help you to get so much work done once you wake up in the morning and you wake up early, because it helps you. By the way, there's something about waking up before the sun rises. There's just something magical about that hour. You feel so accomplished, especially if you've woken up. You have, of course, you've done your devotions, you have prayed, you've read your Bible. And then if you can, you have put in a very nice workout. So your body, your mind, your spirit, they're all like, they are ready to go. And then when you hit the ground running, you will get so much work done. And this might mean you have to sleep earlier, which is also another very good hack. Just try and sleep earlier. And this will help you to wake up earlier. And trust me, just this one thing alone, you will not believe. It will even change how you go through the rest of your day, because you already started with such a positive mindset. When this year started, I was reading the book, what do you call it? The 5 a.m. Club by I think Robin Sharma. I could be wrong. I'm not so sure. And I found it to be very helpful, and I had vowed, this is the year I will wake up at 5 a.m. It's going to be my thing. Yeah, and then I fell off the wagon. It is so hard because I do tend to do a lot of my work late at night once my kids have gone to sleep. Like, I'm shooting this video at, what time is it now? It's 11:30 p.m. So obviously by the time I'm done, it's going to be maybe like 11:50. I hope it won't be that long. Or maybe midnight latest. Then by the time I shower, get into bed and all that, waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow is going to be hard. But I don't wake up as late as I used, because I used to say, I slept late, so I would wake up at 8. Waking up at 8, so I will try to wake up tomorrow morning at, let's say, 6:45 or 6:30 if I can, so that I get some work done before I have to go to work. Because yes, I am a working human being and life has to go on. So waking up early really helps, but it also helps a lot more if you get to bed at a decent hour. Tip number 2 for making the most of your day is plan your day in advance. Just have it somewhere where you know what exactly you're planning to do tomorrow. Yes, if you're a working mom like me, you know that you're planning to go to work tomorrow. But before you go to work, what are you planning to do? When you come from work, what are you planning to do? When you get your break at lunchtime, what are you planning to do with that time? Because if you don't have a plan for those times, you just end up wasting that time. You don't even realize how fast it goes. But when you have a plan for the day, you get so much work done. Personally, again, I'm just using myself as an example, but it's not like I've accomplished, but yes, I'm straining towards the goal, as Paul said. Here is what I am planning to do tomorrow morning. I will sleep late. I'll probably sleep at midnight or quarter past midnight. Wake up at 6:45, and then once I wake up, I do my quiet time, and then I work out. I have to work out for at least an hour. I'm going to work at 9, and then I will do my swish and swipe and all that, and I will hopefully get some laundry work done before I go to work. So I have that in my mind. When I come back in the evening, I know I'll shower my kids, have dinner with them, fold some laundry if I can, edit Tuesday's video and all that. So basically, I have a plan. I have planned my day in advance. If possible, even pick up the outfit you're going to wear tomorrow before you go to sleep. This is a Fly Lady thing. Fly Lady system is awesome, and I'm sure I'll talk about it in a few minutes, but basically plan your day in advance. You're setting yourself up to win when you do that. And tip number 3 is have a routine for your daily tasks. Yes, and this is where the Fly Lady system comes in, as I said. So the Fly Lady system is an amazing system that helps you to plan your housework. Let me tell you guys, when I discovered the Fly Lady system, I felt like I had discovered gold, because I never used to know how to plan my housework. And I'm a mama who likes to work in her own home. I don't leave my house up to do anything and everything. I am very passionate about helping my house help, and also just owning my own home. I mean, it's my home, it's not her home, so I'm really passionate about that. I'm very passionate about everything house helps. I've done a lot of videos about that. If you're interested, I'm going to link them right here. But basically, when I discovered the Fly Lady system, it helped me to know how to plan my day. So as I was saying, one of the morning routine goes like, of course, you wake up, you work out, have a quiet time, and then you get dressed to shoes. It means you shower and get dressed. Even if you're going nowhere, get dressed after you have done your workout and drank your water. Then you do a load of laundry in the morning. Then you have to check what you'll have for dinner. Know in advance what you're going to have for dinner, even in the morning, so that if you need to prepare in advance, you do that. For me, it's easier because we batch cook. So all it means when I say prepare for dinner is remove it from the freezer. I love batch cooking. I've done a few videos on batch cooking. Please check them out right here. And yeah, basically have a routine for the daily tasks. As in, those are things that you do every day. So have them in a routine. Let it be like stuck in your brain, like this is what I do in the morning, this is what I do in the evening, this is how I spend my afternoon. Because when you do that, you'll just end up, you know what you're supposed to do, so you don't waste time, and it goes by so fast. Please check out the video I've done on the Fly Lady system. I've done a few. It will really help you, especially if you're a working mom. It will help you know how to manage your home and to manage your time better, while still managing to go to work and not feeling like you're losing your marbles, because a lot of us are almost always feeling like we are losing our marbles. It's a really great system. God bless the original Fly Lady who discovered it. It's awesome. Yes, have a routine, guys. The 4th tip to get the most out of your day is do your hardest work first. As someone said, eat your 3 frogs early in the morning. And this is what it means. You know, there are those things that you know you're supposed to do in your day, but you are dreading them. It's not a task that you like, or it's a hard task and you don't know how to go about it, and you're dreading it. My suggestion is get it done first thing in the morning. I mean, the minute you finish getting ready for your day, start with those 3 things, those ones that you're dreading. Whether it's even at work, basically, whether it's writing that email to that boss, or, you know, getting that project going and all that. The 3 things that you dread, do them first, get them out of the way, and you will find that the rest of your day flows so much better, as opposed to leaving them too much later in the day, so that in the morning hours, you know, you have this nagging feeling, oh my gosh, I'll still have to do that thing, I still have to do that thing. You won't get much done if you don't do those 3 hardest things first thing in the morning. For me, what is my hardest thing? I don't know. What is my hardest thing that I do on any given day? I would say for me, one of the hardest things that I do is working out. I love working out, by the way, but sometimes it is such a struggle. The struggle is real. So I love to do it first thing in the morning, get it out of the way. When I can't, I would do it in the evening, but I prefer to do it very early in the morning so that it's, you know, it's just out of your way. And then it also helps, by the way, when you're active, when you're physically active, you get more energy and you literally get to do much more with your day because it gets your blood pumping, your heart is pumping, everything is pumping, and you're just in this state of, you know, being very energetic. I have been told that I am very energetic, which is probably true, but working out helps and I end up accomplishing so much more in my day. But the tip here is do the hardest tasks first in your day. I hope that makes sense. The fifth tip is find tasks to eliminate or to automate or to delegate. And this is what I mean. You don't have to do everything. Let's start with tasks to eliminate. Initially, when I was newlywed and I had one child and life was very easy, I used to iron everything. I mean, okay, I love ironing, by the way. I do love ironing, but I used to iron even my 1-year-old son's vests, everything. I mean, I used to iron every single thing in this house. And then I became a mother of 4. And yeah, some of those things I just said, you know what? It is never that serious. I mean, I love ironing, but I will only iron things that must be ironed. I rarely ever iron any of my kids' clothes apart from their church clothes because they're homeschooled, so they just wear home clothes. It's not like I have to iron the uniform or anything like that. And yeah, basically that's one task that I just said, you know what? Cut out, eliminate it. I'm done. I will not do this. Another task, find a task to automate, such as if you can, when it comes to laundry, a washing machine, you guys, is a game changer, a life changer, an everything changer, because it has really helped to make laundry work easier for me, for my house help. Even when I don't have a house help, you guys, it's, oh my gosh. And I am believing for a dishwasher. Hear me, Lord. I am believing for a dishwasher. I am believing for a food processor, by the way. So many of you guys, after watching my batch cooking video, have been telling me, okay, chick, get yourself a food processor. So yes, guys, I hear you, and trust me, I really want one of those things that just chops everything for me, because that will make my life so much easier. So that's another way I plan to automate. A vacuum cleaner is awesome. If you can, it's beautiful, makes cleaning your carpet so much easier. And such things, automate where you can, because it's really good and great. The third way is to delegate. You don't have to do everything. Even if you don't have a house help, you can get a day bag who comes once a week and just does whatever needs to be done. Or if you have a house help, know what duties she can help you with. Not everything, please. For goodness sake, don't leave her to do everything. It's your house, it's your children and everything. But yes, I mean, delegate some tasks. I have delegated editing of my YouTube videos to my amazing videographer and editor, and I will link him down below, because you guys know the editing on my videos is at another level. He does great photos even for my Instagram. He is awesome. And yeah, that's just one more thing I've said. You know what? I love making videos. I love being a YouTuber, but editing, no. One day I will learn how to do it, but for now I am very, very happy and comfortable to have him do it for me. And yes, I have delegated that task to him, and he's awesome. I thank God for him. And if you want any photos done, any videos done for you, for your functions and everything, this is my plug, guys. This is the guy to call. He is awesome. He's doing a great job for me. But basically, delegate. The sixth tip to make the most of your time and to accomplish a lot in your day is have a written down to-do list. Basically, just write it down, because forgetfulness is real. Mama brains are real, let me tell you guys. I used to forget so much until I started writing things down. I have a planner, which I probably should have brought here to show you guys, but I'll show you. And it really helps me to write down everything that I need to do, so that I tick it off. And here's another great hack, okay? Write down everything. like everything you need to do. Even when it says something like make your bed, you know it's obvious that you need to make your bed. I hope it's obvious by now. If you've been watching this channel, I hope you're making your bed, please. But write it down. Write down, get dressed, shoes. Write down, work out, drink water, read my Bible, pray. Write down everything. Because when you get to tick off even that littlest of thing like make my bed, check. Oh my gosh, you feel so nice. You feel like you have just, gone to the moon and come back. It is such a great feeling of accomplishment when you do that. So please write everything down so that you don't forget, and so that you also get to see that you're accomplishing some stuff. Sometimes you will not finish. Sometimes I transfer the things that I didn't do today to tomorrow's list. But it's nice because it helps me to stay on top of things, and I get so much work done that way. I hope that makes sense. Number 7 is don't be busy just to be busy. Know what you're doing, because sometimes we get so caught up in action and movement and all that. We're making, we're just doing stuff, but we don't really know what we're doing. And this is why having a system and a plan comes into place. You know what you're doing and where every activity is leading you to. And this really helps because it helps you to think through what you're doing. Sometimes you might be doing something and then 2 hours later you're like, I really didn't need to do that. I could have delegated this. I could have automated this. I could have completely just eliminated it from my schedule. But you have to really put deep thought into how you are doing and what you are doing. So don't just be busy just to be busy, just so you can say, oh, I was busy. No. Tip number 8 is one that I've had to learn the hard way. And this is learn how to say no. Yes. As Dave Ramsey says, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain why, because sometimes we get caught up in so many things, so many activities, so many projects, out of guilt, out of what, and you go and you do them, and all the time when you're there, you're like, oh my gosh, I could be home, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, and you've already said yes to something that you really didn't need to say yes. So please try it, practice with me, say no. Just no. Simple. It is not evil to say no. If you know you can't do something, just politely just say no, and don't feel guilty if you can't. And this has really helped me to reduce some social engagement that really wouldn't have been that beneficial to me, or even just I guard my time. I really do. I guard my time because that's how I get to do what is important to me. So learn to say no and don't feel guilty. Yes, it is life. Yes, you can either say yes, you can either. When someone is asking you something, they know that you have 2 options. You can say yes or you can say no. Or they should know. So someone shouldn't catch feelings that you said no. No, because when you ask me something, don't expect that the answer will automatically be yes. It can also be no. That's also another answer that's on the table. Okay? So don't catch, I just no thanks. Tip number 9 follows very closely to tip number 8. And this is prioritize. Have priorities and write them down. Know them. Let me tell you, sometimes we just end up doing things that are so far below our priorities at the expense of our higher priorities. And having priorities, having them written down will guide you. It will help you make decisions. Like, there's God, and then there's your marriage, and then there's your children, and then there's, like that. You know exactly how that goes. And for me, this is one thing that my hubby and I always love to do. When we need to make a decision and we don't know, do we do this? Do we not do this? We just go back to our list of priorities. Okay. Is it like going to affect any of our priorities? Is it going to affect any of our, values? Is it going to be to the detriment of our children or for our children? Is it going to be to the detriment of our marriage or not? Is it, of course, and all that. So have priorities and stick with them, and don't feel guilty when you have to say no to something that goes against that not necessarily goes against your priorities, but does not work along with your priorities. Sometimes good is the enemy of best. Something they say. So yeah, sometimes it can be a good thing, but it's not necessarily the best thing. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but is it a God thing? That is Rebecca Dawn's wisdom. Yes, check out that video. She's so wise. But basically, good sometimes can be the enemy of the best, you know? So now, have your priorities and don't be afraid to stick with them, no matter what. And even if. Tip number 10 is cut down on TV and Netflix. Please, 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 please. Time is your greatest resource. Don't waste it zoned out like this on your TV. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And I know that temptation, you guys. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite series of all times was Blacklist, Once Upon a Time. But now I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have back all those hours I wasted, because now I have so much to do. And I'm like, gosh, I wasted so much time. Please don't be like me. Don't waste time. Can you imagine every night you are there 2 hours, every evening, solid 2 hours, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, because especially with series, oh my gosh, they are so addictive. You start with episode 1 and then 40 minutes go just like that. You're like, oh my gosh, it's over. I have to watch another one. Then you watch. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to see what happens next. Then you watch another one. And before you know it, you're sleeping at 2 a.m. and you have accomplished nothing. Now, meanwhile, can you imagine how much you would have accomplished had you been learning a skill online, or making something to sell, or, you know, just networking, looking for connections that might grow your business, writing down your business proposal and business plan and all that. 2 hours. Can you imagine? 2 hours every night you are investing in your business, in yourself, in your family, in your marriage, in your working out, you know, doing something. Let me tell you, you would be so far ahead. So please stop wasting time watching TV and Netflix. Let me tell you, someone said something, my hands are feeling a bit dry. Someone said something that I found to be very true, very true. And they were like, have you ever seen an advert on TV for a Mercedes-Benz or a Lamborghini or a Porsche? Have you ever seen those adverts? Or for a helicopter? Have you ever seen any of those adverts? No, you haven't. And do you know why? It's because the people who can afford those things are not seated there watching TV like this, like you and me. No, they're busy working. They're busy making the most of their time. And no, it's not about material things. But you guys, the gist of the story is, stop wasting time on TV and Netflix. Please stop. Yes, once in a while it's good to unwind and to relax, but it's an occasional thing. As I said in another video, God himself worked for 6 days and rested on the 7th day, which is awesome. And rest is holy, and I highly advocate that you take time to rest and recuperate. But he did not rest for 6 days and work on 1 day, you guys. There has to be balance, okay? So yeah, please, just not. Tip number 11 is set reminders on your phone. This really helps me, because you guys, forgetfulness is real. But when I know there's something that I need to do, I just set a reminder on my phone. And your phones are awesome. Here, I thank God for my phone, because this, let me tell you something. This can be a help to you, or it can be a hindrance. It all depends on how you use it. So my phone really helps me, because even when, let's say I need to do something, I need to time myself to doing a task, and I don't want it to take too much time, I just set a timer on my phone. I set a timer. Even when I'm tired, I need to take a nap, I set a timer. I just don't sleep the whole afternoon. I will sleep for 30-45 minutes, and I will wake up and I will be energized for the rest of the day. Basically, set timers on your phone to remind you of the important things that you need to do, to time you so that you don't end up spending too much time doing doing some work that you could be doing on other things, use your phone as a tool to help you. Tip number 12, if you're still on the issue of phones, is reduce your social media time on your phone. Again, as I say, this can be a help or it can be a hindrance to you. Let me tell you, I thank God for this phone. My husband bought it for me some months ago when my other one just goofed. Very nice phone. It's an Infinix. Cost us like 11,000 shillings. It's a really nice phone. And one of the things that I discovered in this phone, which I really love, is what they are calling in the settings. They call it digital well-being. And let's see. Let me see if I can. I'll show you guys this. I'll record my screen. It's called digital well-being and parenting. And parenting what? Tools. Oh, and parental control. Yes. But basically, what this phone does, it records how much time you have spent on your phone, on which apps you are spending it on, and it's shocking. It is absolutely shocking when I look on my phone later and I'm like, wait, I have used my phone for 7 hours today. Like, how even it's a wake-up call. It actually is a wake-up call. But on the days, in the days when I've used it for 7 hours, honestly, I was using it for learning something. But it is still learning something basically on YouTube. Mostly learning YouTube, studying YouTube on YouTube. So I do that in the background that I'm working, but still, it's still shocking when it tells you how much time you have spent on Instagram or how much time you spent on Facebook. And another thing that I love about this phone is it also helps you to set timers on your apps. So I set a timer for my Instagram and for my Facebook and what else? Instagram, the ones where I know I just waste time on them, mostly Instagram and Facebook. YouTube, not so much because it runs in the background, but you know, Instagram and Facebook, you just have to be there like this. So I set a timer. This is such a great thing. I don't know whether your phone has this. And so Instagram, I've given myself 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is a lot of time. It's just that I'm in the process of learning about how to use Instagram and to grow my Instagram account or page. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram, please. We need to get this thing going. But so I set 30 minutes on Instagram. Facebook, I set 15 minutes. And other apps, I set 30 minutes, depending on how I use it. And so when that timer is over, like on Instagram, by the way, it just shuts down. I can't use it for the day until the next day. I can only use it for 30 minutes in any given span of in any given 24 hours. So I have absolutely loved this on my phone. This is one of the best things that I have on this phone, honestly. If you're interested in this phone, I will put a link in the description below. I bought it on Jumia. It has served me well. So I will put an affiliate link in the description box. It is an affiliate link, which means if you buy this phone through the link in the description below, I will get a commission from Jumia. Yes, and I'm just saying that because it's a really great phone, and I love it. Plus, it's pretty. There we go. So basically, reduce your social media time greatly, and use it to grow yourself and to learn something. It's a great way to just get the most out of your day and to save time. Really, it really is. Tip number 13 is focus on one task at a time. I know we say women, we can multitask, but you guys, you get more work done when you focus on one task at a time. Because when you put all your faculties there, it really helps you to get it done much faster, as opposed to trying to multitask a million things. Sometimes it is not possible because you have this child is crying, you're comforting this child, and you're warming your food, and you are talking on the phone. You've all seen that meme. And it's crazy, but when it comes to other things, and when you can do it, trying to focus on one task at a time, you'll find yourself getting it done a whole lot faster, and you will accomplish much more in your day. If you're finding this content useful, remember to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, because it really helps to grow the channel. It really, really does. And the last tip is really try to accomplish all these tips all at once. It is hard, I know, but this is how you do it. You don't start by trying to do them all at once. What you do is you practice one habit at a time, whether it's reducing your TV time or cutting it off completely. Just try only that, and then see how it takes you, and then go to, now I'm waking up early, and then, you know, just stack them, do them one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And I'm telling you, by the time you're done with all these tips, you will be getting so much work done, you will not even believe it. You will be shocked at how much you can actually get accomplished within 24 hours. I am still learning, I'm still working at it, and I'm still really trying to grow, but you guys, it is possible. It is doable. Please let me know in the comment section which one of these tips you struggle with the most, and how you are planning to tackle it, and how you're planning to change it. And let us help each other to grow and to accomplish great things and to fulfill the purpose for which the Lord created each one of us. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.